So these are the main types of data that we are going to use. And now we're going to see two additional topics in QGIS. First one is the complements. So there's an option that I'm going to show. You can look for it in plugins. You can right here, you can do a search of what you want to look for with a keyword, for example. And it will show you different options of the complements. The complements in QGIS are very similar to the ones in the R packages. There's a part of QGIS that comes for the users, so that what they most frequently use, it's already installed here, but there are also complements that allow to extend the different functionalities in QGIS. So if you have a special need, then you can look for those complements, and this will help you to do things that you weren't able to do, or that you can do in a faster way or an easier way. As an example, in this plugin that's called Quick Map Services, this plugin is useful to add information, data. You can add info from Google Watch or satellite. These are data suppliers that will be used as a base layer, and that many people have already associated this. They know these complements, so you can add and overlay layers. For example, there's a large amount of options here, and I can go to Google Hybrid, for example, which is the option that belongs to Google, and that gives you satellite vision. And you can also have the labels of the main states of the parks, etc. So based on this complement, I can use this background layer, and I can add more and more layers on top. In relational data, everything is very similar to what we've done in R. Remember the functions like left join, right join, and all those functions? Well, it's very similar. The only difference is that this is a graphic interface. So in this interface, you can choose the layers that you'd like to join. The keys are going to be the same in both of them, and there are other options on how to do it and how to use the columns, if you want to choose all of them or not. And there are further instructions on how to create a join. But we're going to see this also in the practice. And below you can find a link for looking for additional information on how to do that. So this is very useful. For example, if we have a layer of the geometries, and we have another layer with the data, or a table of data that was collected or from another source, and if we need to join all of them, then this is very useful. And now, to finish this introduction of QGIS, it's also possible to do spatial joins. That can also be done with R, but with this with this graphic interface, it's easier. Let's say that I have a layer with points. Every point is an observation or a harvest piece of data, and I have the polygon data over here. This would be the census data, and also have a yield in the municipality, and I have the yield in the parcels, and I would like to compare both of them. But if I don't have the information from each parcel and to which municipality belongs, so that I could do a join like before, a non-spatial union. But if I only have the coordinates, then I'm going to be able to do a spatial join based only on the coordinates. And there are other options on how to use these options. This depends also on the type of geometry. If it's a polygon or point, there are differences. You can do it with only the ones that you selected. But this is a very useful tool because it allows you not only to visualize the information and overlapped spatially, but it allows you to do analysis based on the information and on how the geometries are related. You can also see more details in this link.